What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my next round of NBA free agency news. I believe today is day 5. So up to this point, got 7 big transactions, maybe 5 big transactions that happened today. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. So first one, Dirk. I originally predicted him to go to the Warriors, but a lot of my original predictions went wrong. Just a large sum of players going to unexpected places. Obviously, KD being the most notable of all of them. But Dirk, I think, would have gone to the Warriors if not for KD. But you know what? Mavs are actually looking pretty good now. They get Dirk back. And yeah, their starting 5 actually doesn't look bad after the Harrison Barnes and Andrew Bogut acquisitions. So next signing, Gerald Henderson, 2 years, $18 million to the Philadelphia 76ers. Actually a pretty good move by the Sixers. Like, good depth guy. I mean, decent defender, pretty good shooter. For $9 million a year compared to what some of the other guards have gotten in this round of free agency. Very, very, very good value. Next one, Wily Hernangomez, coming over from Spain, signs a multi-year deal with the Knicks. Knicks seems like they sign an international player every year, so see if that turns into anything. David West, once again, taking the veterans minimum to go to the Golden State Warriors. This dude's just trying to win a championship, so, I mean, let's be honest, probably get one now. Boris Diaw, traded to the Utah Jazz. That's kind of interesting. I knew that Diaw was going to become available, but, I think that's a good move by the Jazz. You know, the Jazz one of the better teams in the front court already between Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert, and then they add a good depth piece in Boris Diaw. Good move. Next one kind of went under the radar today, but Shabazz Napier going to the Portland Trail Blazers. He was traded today from the Orlando Magic. Shabazz has been traded around a lot, and I don't know, see if he can finally stay in one place for a little while. He's not a bad point guard, just he needs to find the right situation, become a good rotation guy. And then the last little bit of news, once again, Dwyane Wade finding his way in the news. He's eyeing a 2-year, $50 million contract with either the Bucks, Heat, or the Bulls. I don't think he's going to sign with the Bulls. The Bulls are Jesus Christ, man, they're a shit show right now with directions and all that stuff. Because, I mean, let's think about it. Front court-wise, they're starting Robin Lopez. They're starting Robin Lopez at the 5, probably Bobby Portis at the 4. If they can land D Wade, that's Jimmy Butler at the 3, D Wade at the 2, and Rajon Rondo at the 1. That's it's kind of intriguing, but at the same time, it's probably a playoff team. Whereas the Bulls were not after, after this last round of free agency, losing Noah and Derrick Rose and, Pau Gasol and all them. But I still think he'll end up going back to the Heat. So, one more thing I wanted to mention, LeBron James apparently still hasn't signed with the Cavs yet, so teams are calling him even though he's definitely going to stay with the Cavs. Trying to see if Russell Westbrook situation. I actually completely forgot to mention that. That is something I mentioned yesterday to definitely keep your eye on. It is something that will be very interesting to see what develops in the coming weeks. If Russ is traded, that's a huge altering to the NBA landscape. Landing spots. I have not done any research on videos today of landing spots for Russ, so this is just off the top of my head. Thinking of teams that are a point guard away or a Russell Westbrook type player away, because it's hard to think of any player like Russell Westbrook. The Heat have been mentioned, but I feel like they've been mentioned. Heat might be all right. Jesus Christ, it is. Oh yeah, LA's. I've seen LA being mentioned. Going to the Lakers, that might be a landing spot. Maybe, who knows? If I can think of anyone or any other one off the top of my head, I might actually say Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota would trade for him, but That Russ to Minnesota would be a very, very interesting situation. Maybe New Orleans. New Orleans, I don't know how much cap room they have left for Russ, though. Anyway, that'll be a pretty interesting thing. I'll actually do a little bit more research on that tonight and then bring y'all up to speed tomorrow on that whole situation, if you're not already up to speed with it. But that's pretty much it for today's news so far. If there's enough news for the rest of today to warrant another video, then I will do so as normal. But if not, then I'll leave you guys just with this today. I'll put the list of all the transactions and all the rumors and stuff that I talked about once again in the description below. That's pretty much it. See ya.